If Nintendo does not increase their prices to keep up with inflation, the way the rest of the world is doing, then the quality of the products will be worse. I understand you feel resentful, but there was a man who I know would not want you to feel that way. I worked hard my entire life so I could also make games for people. There were people in the industry that I wanted to work side by side with, so I could say, I am here. Let's make something beautiful for other people. But the world kept moving. The world kept changing, and by the time I was able to make commercial games, someone I wanted to work alongside with left us. Have a seat. We're going to talk. My name is Jarrell. You might know me as the guy who put on the suit and did industry speeches. I covered a number of industry topics. I identified opportunities for the industry to move away from malpractices and move towards better practices, focusing on integrity, honesty, and transparency. I have made it very clear that I am not a YouTuber. I am a professional working in the games industry. I made it very clear that I'm not here for attention, and I will sometimes be covering topics and presenting topics with speeches that you will not always understand. I told you that whatever I discuss here on industry topics will be for the gamers. I am against anti-consumer practices. I'm against pro-corporate, and I asked you to be patient, to listen, and to trust me. I said everything I say in my videos will not be just literal. There's a lot of meaning to what goes into these videos, and they are not literally just to make a video for attention. They are to guide people to sharing their feedback, to lead a conversation toward a discussion, towards people sharing their perspectives, but also showing the industry how you respond to various topics with various tones and subjects, how you respond to certain situations, how you respond to information. Now, when the announcement for the Switch 2 was launched, things were not going well. There were many negative reactions online, and I posted a number of videos that were not just literal. They were prompts. They were prompts for you to share your feedback so the industry could see how you feel and how you respond to certain subjects. It did not go well in the fact that people, instead of receiving any information or viewing the matter in a subjective way, merely through tantrums, people did not care about the facts. They ignored the facts, and they only focused on hatred and anger. And people only focused on stoking that anger and hatred. And because of that, people turned on me. I was slandered online, which does not matter to me. Again, I do not care about reputation. I have no interest in popularity. But people were slandering me for a time period, and not a single content creator stood up in my defense. Now, what does that show the industry? It shows the industry that when people are shown information and facts, the hate mob online will disregard any information and won't actually watch videos and won't actually listen. I posted a number of videos to show what would happen, and you guys proved that you do not actually watch videos, you do not actually listen to information, you outright ignore it and focus on just creating hatred online. Now, what do you think you have just shown the games industry? You have just shown the games industry that there is no reason for them to listen to you. You have just shown them that there is no reason for them to accept any of your perspectives or feedback because you just act like children. There is no reason for them to say, wait, maybe these consumers are onto something. Unfortunately, I expected much better out of all of you. This is entirely my fault. This is not your fault. This is entirely my fault because I believed in you. I believed you had the maturity and the intelligence to understand what I was telling you, to understand information that was presented to you. And I'm very disappointed. Again, I have no interest in popularity. I do not care that people are slandering me online and spreading lies. That has no bearing on my life. That doesn't mean anything to me. What matters to me is that I can no longer create these speech videos addressing industry matters because of how you guys responded. Because I did a video, you guys ignored all of the information and turned everything into hatred, hate content, into slandering, and then nobody stood up and said, wait a second, hold on, maybe there's some information in here. I've been watching all of your videos. I keep an eye on the industry. I watch what all of you post, and I'm very disappointed. I really believed in you guys. So I have been the only industry professional addressing this matter in the public space in a direct way. Do you understand that? Are there any other professionals putting on a suit and addressing these matters in a public and open way? Who has been fighting for you for the past year? When the previous CEO of Unity, John Riccitiello, put in anti-developer and anti-consumer practices and was going to tear apart Unity as a company and rupture the industry, I first put on the suit and tie, I spoke, and we were able to remove the CEO that was destroying Unity. That is extremely difficult to do. You cannot just make that happen. That does not happen every day. That is extremely difficult. Now, my set of skills come from the industry. I am accustomed to dealing with multi-million-dollar CEOs and business owners. That is what I've done in the past. I know how to deal with them. And you do not deal with them by just throwing tantrums. I asked you to trust me, and you didn't. And because of that, I can't make these speech videos anymore. Do you understand the reasoning why? You've just destroyed our credibility. This was an endeavor with you and me, and you've destroyed our credibility with your behavior online over the past week, 2 weeks, or whatever it is. There was still so much more work that we need to do in the industry. And it is very disappointing. But unfortunately, I'll have to do this work alone now. Whatever work that I have to do in the industry now has to be behind closed doors, in stuffy boardrooms. I'm so disappointed in you. I really believed in you guys. So moving forward, I will not be addressing any industry topics whatsoever, because I can't anymore. You destroyed our credibility. Great work. I told you everything I said is not literal. I told you these videos are prompts to show the industry how you respond to stimulus, to information, and you responded in the absolute worst way possible. You could not have responded worse. And the only reason I am upset is because I believed in you. I thought you were more mature. I thought you were more intelligent. Moving forward, this channel will be strictly fun, education, and entertainment. I will not be addressing industry topics. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. It's Jarrell. So, I want to address a topic that I've never addressed before. There's a couple YouTube content creators out there who have been working towards a goal, and I have been trying my best to support the efforts that we were working towards. And I don't think I've really ever named names on the channel or anything like that. And of course, I'm a professional working in the games industry, and I've been trying to use my experience and my understanding of how industries work to help you guys. Um, and I don't think I've ever really talked directly much with all of you. So, um, Hypnotic, Smash JT, Very Dark, and a number of other of you as well. I didn't realize how much fun I was having with you guys. And when we were posting videos together, it felt like we were on a team. And it was so great. And the work that you guys are doing for the industry is so important. And I have to be very careful about what I say because I'm working in the industry. And so, over the past months, I've been having to make some considerations, and then over the past few weeks, I have made the decision to move the channel towards focusing on just positive content. That is a decision that I've made for the viewers of my channel, the people who enjoy watching my content, who really just want a positive place to hang out. But I hope you'll understand my position in the industry, that the way that I have been addressing topics was starting to get a bit too direct. And that puts me at risk professionally, if you can understand what I'm saying. And so I didn't want to have to talk about this in case certain people see this. But I just wanted to directly thank all of you, Hypnotic, Smash, Very Dark, and of course, many others. But I want to thank you for what you guys are doing. And I know that you get people that dislike you and hate you and say that you suck. I believe in you guys. And I want to thank you for what you've done. And I've had so much fun making videos with you guys. But because of the direction that I have to take and I've chosen to take, I realized this morning after Hypnotic posted a video and I was in the thumbnail, that was the moment I realized I won't be able to support you guys in the same way. I won't be able to make videos the same way to support you guys, if you know what I mean. And so I have to find other ways to support you guys, but I hope you understand it can't look a certain way, if you know what I mean. So publicly it has to look a certain way. Professionally, I think you get what I mean. So I just wanted to say thanks. And I didn't realize how bummed out I would be. I can't make videos with you guys anymore. I can't make videos the same way. So my channel will be strictly positive stuff for a number of reasons. But in my previous video, I explained I have been trying to make it so that people who don't want the positive stuff, people who just want the sort of the content that I was making before, I take responsibility for, that was attracting people that wanted negativity. And that was something that I didn't understand all that well because I'm not a professional YouTuber, and I'm well aware that you guys are much better at this than me. I know that I'm not good at YouTube. I don't really understand it, and I've said this many times. I don't really understand YouTube. But I'm going to do my best. So I have to portray things positively, and I'm going to make sure that my channel focuses on education and fun. and comedy. But it's been so great. And I want to say, Smash, Hypnotic, Very Dark, and many others, keep going, you guys. Keep going. We need you. And you know that I've believed in you. You know I've always believed in you and I've championed you. Keep going. I'll have to find other ways to support you. I think you know what I mean. I'll have to do things a bit quieter from now on. So I just wanted to say thanks. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been so fun. It felt like I was on a team. And that was really cool. All right, Hypnotic, Smash, Vera. I'll see you guys around. Don't worry. I'm still here. I will find a way to support you. All right. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. I've had a lot of people asking me over the past few weeks why I'm not defending myself from people that have been making negative videos about me online and spreading lies about me. They've been asking, why aren't you defending yourself? Why aren't you fighting back? These people are saying all these things about you. They're putting words in your mouth. The reason I haven't been doing that is for a number of reasons. First and foremost, there isn't a point. Once someone believes a lie, there's nothing you can do about it. It's basically impossible to convince people otherwise. The people that are approaching the topic with hatred and anger are the loudest ones. And unfortunately, people will listen to the loudest person. They'll listen to anyone regardless of their intelligence, experience, or maturity. People will listen to the loudest person. It has never been my approach to be the loudest person. And so it doesn't matter how much I try to defend myself. That's just not how it works. And in situations where people en masse are lying and putting words in your mouth and misrepresenting what you've said, you can't actually defend yourself. Either other people can testify on your behalf or no one does. And this is a situation where no matter what I say, people are going to believe the loudest person, and the people that are spreading lies about me are just louder than me. Secondly, it's my fault. Over the past, it's not exactly a year, I had objectives that I wanted to accomplish. Primarily, my focus has been for fighting for gamers, making sure gamers' voices are heard, to encourage gamers, to point out in the industry discrimination and hiring malpractices and corporate incompetence. I wanted to point out those things. But unfortunately, in order to really get eyes on the subject, I had to make videos that have a negative approach to them. And so those videos that have a negative approach attracted people that just want hate content. And people came to the channel and subscribed to the channel believing that I made hate content because they didn't understand my objectives. And that is something that I knew would happen. And that is my fault and my responsibility. But I chose to take that route because there are things that I wanted to accomplish. I feel that I have accomplished the goals that I set out to do, but I did not enjoy making any of those negative videos. People that have been watching the channel for a while know that I really dislike doing the speech videos, largely because most of them have had a negative energy to them, as I pointed out things in the industry, but it attracts the wrong type of people. It brings negativity to me. I make enemies all across the industry. And that is something that I knew that's just a price you have to pay if you're going to take that approach. So over the past few months, I saw that what I set out to do had been achieved, and I needed an off-ramp. And people online recently have been misrepresenting and just straight up lying about what I've said about the Switch 2. So here's the thing. The people that are misrepresenting and attacking me and spreading lies about what I've said. These are people that do not care about the truth. They actively spread lies for whatever reason, and it's very difficult to combat that. It's basically impossible. There's nothing you can do. So these people are saying that I'm defending the high prices of Nintendo Switch 2, when nowhere in any of my videos did I say that I agree with the pricing. In every single statement I've made about those, I said they're really high. I don't like them. I'm personally not buying a Switch 2 at launch. I can't justify that price for me personally. It's a lot. I don't like the pricing of the games or the console, but you're seeing all these people online that just want to target Nintendo and attack and hate them, and they assumed that I was going to join this hate movement and try and attack Nintendo, and it is my fault. It is not people's fault for believing that. I led people to believe that because my intention was to get those people angry at me so they would say, oh, well, I don't like this guy anymore. I'm not going to follow him anymore. And that was my approach because I needed quite a big way to show people, look, I'm not actually here to make hate content. I was trying to reach the people that falsely believed I was making hate content. And so the approach I took is one where I wanted to reach people who, like me, were bummed out about the price. Now, people think, oh, you can put on the suit, you can do whatever you want. You can't. There is a real limit to what you can achieve. I am not here for attention or to get tons of subscribers or views. I've never asked anyone to like or subscribe. I did the work that I did through my YouTube channel here, and I cannibalized my own channel, which previously was just a small channel to hang out with people. But I did that in order to fight a battle on behalf of gamers. And when you work at industry level, you understand when you can have an effect on a situation. You understand the battles that you can positively influence and the battles which you will have no influence, and the battles which you will have a negative influence. Now, I didn't put on a suit and say, down with Nintendo, your prices are bad. How dare you? I didn't do that because there would have been no benefit to it. It would have not made the situation better. It would have made it worse. And so the approach I took was more to bring a sense of reassurance to other gamers who want to enjoy the Switch, but the prices were just a real bummer. So the approach I took was to bring reassurance to other people because that was the only positive effect I could have on the situation. Never at any point was I ever dishonest about what I said regarding the prices of Nintendo. It does bum me out. A lot of people have made their voices heard and said that they're just priced out of it. That it sucks. I can't justify picking up the console right now. I'm just going to see how pricing works out. I don't know, maybe at the end of the year I'll see if there's more support for independent developers and smaller studios, and then just focus on picking up smaller games, because the prices in Australia here are they're really high anyway. And look, everything is getting more expensive. That's just how it is. All right, our dollar gets weaker over time. I used to go out once a week to get dinner at the club here, and I don't anymore. You used to be able to get, I'm going to sound like an old person here. I used to be able to get chicken schnitzel for like 12 bucks. The last time I tried to go and get chicken schnitzel, it was $28. And I said, there's no way. I'm not paying $28 for chicken schnitzel. So there's me saying, look, why is this so expensive? I'm not paying that. There are so many hobbies that I've disconnected from. There's so many activities that I've disconnected from because the prices are just so high. I need to accept, okay, our dollar just gets, it just gets weaker over time. All of this economic stuff. It still sucks. I'm still not going to pay $28 for a schnitzel. I don't care how good the chips and salad are. I mean, the prices suck, but that's how it is. But you used to be able to go to McDonald's and get a hamburger and a Lucky Strike cigarette and chips and soda for like 75 cents. Whatever happened to those days? So, yeah, I'm not going to defend myself from people spreading lies about me. And they're saying, oh, you lied about what you said about Nintendo. No, everything I've said, I've been very transparent, but people's opinions of me are now being influenced by all the lies that are going online. And you can't fight that. I can't fight that. There's nothing I can do to affect that. The only time I was dishonest was in one video where I pretended to be angry about people making uh, negative videos and lying about me. I trust that people who actually watch my channel know that I do not care. I've made it clear I do not care about those things. I've never even seen one negative video about me because I don't watch. Why would you watch a video about you? I think it's so weird. I think that's so weird. Um, but I was getting comments. People were saying, "Hey, did you know some YouTubers are lying about you? They're making negative videos about you." So I didn't actually know what they were saying, but I just leaned into it and I pretended to be angry about it to give. There are people that just want hate and they want to hate things, they want to hate people. And I just wanted to give those people ammunition to say, oh, I told you this guy sucks, let's not watch him anymore. So there we go. That's why I did it. I didn't see any actual video where people are saying negative things about me, and I don't care. I genuinely don't care. So that was the one time where that's the only thing that I was not totally honest about. And to me, it was just, look, it's what I have to do in order to achieve the goal. And the goal was to make this channel better for you guys that actually watch the content. You know that this channel is about being a cool, chill place. You know that I just want to give you something positive, give you a laugh. And I was, over the past few months, I've been seeing people that were getting really bummed out because people come here to have a laugh, have fun. And in the comment section, there were some, regular subscribers and viewers that would come in and they were just ruining the mood for everyone. They were spreading hate and negativity, and it's not their fault. It was my fault for attracting those people. So what I'm doing now is putting a target on my back so that I can fix the channel so that the people that do want to enjoy the channel don't get harassed, because now all the harassment is directed towards me and not the viewers. And the end goal is to just have a channel that's cool, that's chill. And again, this is entirely my fault. The approach that I took over the past 10 months or so was to, people called it chill bait. I made it seem like I was going to whip people up into a frenzy and make them angry. And I would say, I'm going to discuss this topic and you're angry about it. And what I would do is I would do a bait and switch. And instead of trying to make people more angry about the topic, instead I would show them, hey, we don't have to react negatively to this. We can take a look at the situation, we can look at the facts, and we can choose to not react negatively to it. We can choose to say, okay, this situation sucks, but you know what? We can choose to just focus on something else that's positive and relax. And the vast majority of people that I've seen comment understood that's what I was doing. I was trying to reach as many people as possible by using negative topics, but then I would turn it around and say, hey, we don't have to stress out about this, guys. We can just chill. But there were still people that misunderstood that, and they thought I was just making hate content. Again, it's not their fault. It's my fault. It's the approach that I took. I took a subtle approach to that, and not everyone's going to understand that. So what's happening now is I've made myself the target of ridicule and attack. I've given people ammunition to do that because I determined that was the best and most effective course of action to take with the least negative repercussions. And that's all it comes down to. And that's it. That's total transparency. I've been honest about absolutely everything, but people's opinions of me, the way they perceive the situation, has been negatively affected because YouTube channels are saying, they're misrepresenting what I've said. They're putting words in my mouth and they're lying about me. And if you hear something enough, if you hear someone tell a lie, if you hear a bunch of people tell a lie over and over and over again, subconsciously you're just going to believe it, and you can't combat that. So that's why I haven't been addressing the situation. Is there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is trust in you that you guys understand what I believe in, because I have been working hard to bring you guys some positive energy. We all have difficult stuff to deal with. Things are tough for everyone. As you get older, more stuff, ends up on your plate, and you just have to grin and bear it. And people were telling me how much they enjoyed the positive videos. And so I just want to make this channel a cool place to hang out. And in order to do that, I have to do this. This is the approach that will work. It's a short-term loss. It sucks. I'm being slandered and lied about online. Oh well, I have to take it. That's the route that I've taken. And because I made videos that were negative in the past, I have to pay for that. I have to take my lumps. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking my lumps. It's my turn for people to say negative things about. It's my turn for people to attack me. And that's all it comes down to. So the end result, long term, will be that the comment section will just, the vast majority of it will be people who just want fun, cool videos, who want to learn more about art and game development. And so this is just the route that I have to take. So thanks for listening to me. And if you are still here, if you're still sticking with me, I really genuinely appreciate that. Thank you so much. I've been making these videos because you guys asked me to keep making videos for you. So that's why I just go and look through my library. You'll see the vast majority of it. I'm just trying to make people laugh. I just want to make people, smile with dumb jokes and funny little skits. That's what I'm going for. So yes, I did make videos that had a negative approach in the past in order to achieve a positive goal, but I have to pay for that. And that's what it is. That's all it comes down to. Thanks very much for hearing me out. Thanks for listening to me. I'm gonna make sure that all the upcoming videos are just fun, cool, and chill. All right. Take care, everyone. I'll see you around. Hey, it's good to see you. Welcome. All right, so I think I can finally tell you what I've been working on. I've had a couple people reaching out to me over the past week or so asking about some of my previous videos. They've been asking if I'm all right, if things are all right, and I really appreciate all of you reaching out to me. It's been so great. People asked about the tone. They felt like something was a little off in the tone in some of my previous videos. So before they explain that, I want to let you know where my priorities are with this channel right now. Over the past few months, I've been noticing more and more people, and I've lost count of all the people that are saying that their week is tough. They just have such a tough work week, and that my channel is something they look forward to. My channel brings them positivity. It's a place where they can have a laugh, they can relax and just chill, and that really meant something to me. The fact that I could maintain this channel and bring people something positive, but there was a problem. Because of the content that I was creating in regards to the games industry, it was bringing in a lot of subscribers who were ruining that vibe. I keep a close watch on the comments, and there are people who want to come here for positivity and relax, and they were expressing that they were just kind of bummed out by the killjoys that were coming into the comment section, just ruining everything with their negativity and spreading hate and looking for hate content. And they were, not so supportive when I just wanted to do fun, funny, educational stuff. So I decided that I want to focus this channel entirely on bringing people positivity. I want this channel to be a place where you can hang out, you can relax, you can have fun, and you shouldn't have to worry about people in the comment sections just pushing negativity onto other people. And I'm not this big professional YouTuber, so I don't exactly know how to handle or manage all of this. So what I knew was I had to somehow get a lot of people to unsubscribe from my channel, and I wasn't exactly sure how to do that. But when the topic of the Nintendo Switch 2 came up, and I saw that people were getting riled up and highly emotional, and I knew that a portion of my subscribers would be looking for anger and hatred. They're looking for me to, stick it to them, show Nintendo. I saw the opportunity to create content with very deliberate phrasing and tone that I knew that my genuine audience, the people that come here to just have fun, to have some positivity, I knew those people would not be offended. I knew that you guys would know something is up. Because I talk to you guys directly in the comment section, I know you're intelligent people, I know you're funny people, because so many comments, I'm laughing out loud. And I knew that you guys would understand what was up. So basically what I've been doing with my videos over the past 2 weeks or so is I've been using phrasing, language, and tone that I knew would upset people who want to push negativity onto other people. People who are looking for rage bait content, people who are looking just to hate something. Those people were ruining the experience of my channel for other people. Those people were coming into this comment section just ruining the vibe, and I don't want that. I don't want a channel where people just feel uncomfortable in the comment section. And I knew that this decision was going to make people really dislike me. I knew that it was going to bring harassment towards me personally, and I had to calculate, is this something that I'm willing to take on for the benefit of getting people to unsubscribe so that the channel can just focus on being a positive, cool place. And it didn't take me long to decide. I mean, I knew that's exactly what I wanted. I want to make this a cool place for you guys. And that means that I can't cover industry topics the way that I did before, because if I do that, it will bring the same people back in. The same people looking for negativity and hate content. They're going to come to this channel and ruin the vibe in the comment section. So that's the reason why I have been using a specific language and tone, and I know that many of you figured it out. I know that you guys have figured it out. I was trying to upset the people that were trying to force me to make hate content, the people that were ruining the vibe in the comment section and just being a buzzkill towards other people. I wanted to make them mad at me so that they would unsubscribe, and that way the people that are watching the videos and leaving comments here are people that just want to have fun, that just want to relax and have a little bit of positivity during their day, during their week. So there we go. No, I haven't snapped. I'm doing normal. I'm as normal can be. I'm working on my games, and I'm going to be honest. I'm disappointed that more people haven't unsubscribed. I know that you guys have noticed. I have been pushing really hard to try to get the negative people to unsubscribe. I've been pushing so hard, and I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of tired of it. This is the one time during my channel where I put on an act. You guys know that I'm genuine. I'm just myself. The past 2 weeks were the only time that I've put on an act because I was really trying to get people mad at me so they would unsubscribe. And it's tiring, actually. So I don't want to do that anymore. I'm done. I think whoever was going to unsubscribe has unsubscribed already because they feel offended and attacked. And I know that the people who genuinely just enjoy having fun here, I knew you guys would get it. I knew that you would understand that something was different about the tone. So there it is. And I'm doing this because I want you guys to have a cool channel to hang out. It's fortunate that I don't actually care about the subscriber count. I don't care about the number going down. I do care that it didn't go down enough. I was hoping that subscriber count would drop more than it has, but I don't want you guys to worry. So that's why I'm telling you now is the channel's only going to get better from now, because the people that will be in the comment section are people that just want to have a laugh. They just want to have fun. I'm going to try even harder to make cool, fun videos for you. I will be focusing on a couple of long-term projects. One, I'm going to maintain a PSP project using GameMaker, so I'll be creating a framework template project in GameMaker 8 that you can use to make PSP games. And what I'm going to do is host that so that you guys can download that project, you can modify it and learn it, and you can make your own PSP games. So I'll make the framework. So all the hard parts will be done. You can add in your own graphics, you can modify it and build your own levels, add in your own weapons and enemies. And that's something that we can maintain and work on long term. And then I will do the same for the Nintendo DS as well, using a program called DS Game Maker. And this is what I want for this channel. I want us to have fun. I want us making cool things. And that is not something that I could do with the channel tied down by all the negativity. So hopefully at this point, I think we've done it. I think we've basically cut ties with the negativity. We're stepping away from the industry topics because I want the channel to be more productive and more relaxed and chill. So there we go. That's it. All right. So, I mean, we're all kind of stressed out over the past couple of weeks. Look, let's go to the pub. Let's grab a drink and let's sing some Irish tunes. But if you're underage, you can't come. I'm sorry. You're going to have to stay home. But, I mean, we can bring you back some French fries if you want. We'll grab some French fries on the way home. So yeah, sorry if you're underage. You stay home. Rest of us, hop in the car. We're going to the pub. I owe you a fishing trip, don't I? All right, let's go fishing. There's going to be some changes around this channel, but we can talk about it on the way. Hop in and let's go. Oh, you're going to need a hat. I'll let you borrow this one. This one's really special. It used to belong to a very close friend of mine. Normally, I don't let anyone use it, but this one time I'll let you use it. All right, let's go fishing. Over the past 10 months or so, or however long I've been making these kind of videos, I've been trying to tell people something. I've been trying to explain to people I am not a YouTuber, but people only just laughed and thought it was a joke and said, no, haha, you are a YouTuber. And then people would get angry at me when I would conduct this channel in a way that they would not expect. People think that's not how a YouTuber would do this, and it would upset them. Something that I have explained multiple times in my videos is that I really dislike attention. I don't like being treated like I'm special. I'm not important, and I don't like being treated like I am important or that I'm better than anyone else, and I really dislike that. And when I made videos about industry topics, and you know, we all know what happened with Concord and Dragon Age and all that, and I did speeches, people called me the President of Gaming and Mr. President, and to be honest with you, that made me very uncomfortable. I even asked people directly, you know, you don't have to call me that, please just call me Jarrell. Because that is not how I feel. It's like people are saying I'm better than other people, and that really made me uncomfortable. The videos where I got a lot of views made me very uncomfortable, and I just did not like when my videos got a lot of views. I just wanted to make fun videos that got some views, that I can share some laughs and some positive vibes with people. As my subscriber count climbed higher and higher and higher, it made me very uncomfortable, and I knew I was planning for months on what the off-ramp would be. And you might be wondering, why would someone want to lose subscribers? Why would someone want their videos to do worse? I have been trying to tell you guys for 10 months or so, I am not a YouTuber. I do not care about the subscriber count. I do not care about the views. To be a YouTuber, you have to care about those things. You have to work towards your subscriber count, getting high views. Those are not things that I care about, and getting high numbers like that made me uncomfortable. We all know that I cover topics like Concord, Dragon Age, and Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows. I did not enjoy doing those videos at all. I'm going to be honest with you, those videos made me very uncomfortable. I was miserable doing those videos. They are negative. I don't like saying negative things about people. And the reason why I started doing those videos is because the games industry was treating gamers like shit. It came to a head with Concord when the developers were openly insulting gamers, and Sony did nothing to disavow that behavior. Sony endorsed the behavior of its Concord developers, insulting gamers, talking down to gamers, making it seem like gamers don't matter and that they're stupid. And I disliked that very much. And so that is why I started making videos. That is why I started doing the speech videos regularly, was to fight on behalf of gamers, to make sure that gamers' voices could be heard and that there was someone to fight for gamers against industry malpractice. When that happened, I made it my objective to address those issues, not just to talk about it, not to get attention for myself, because doing those videos was very uncomfortable for me, because I do not like attention. I do not like negativity, but I chose to do it because there was no one fighting for gamers. There was no one fighting to help keep the games industry on a positive track. The industry was veering more and more towards hiring malpractices, towards discrimination when it came to hiring people. People were reaching out to me and telling me they felt like they were kicked out of their game development courses because they weren't diverse enough. And so that is why I created those videos. But they were uncomfortable for me. I knew that I was only going to be doing those videos for a short time until I could see that the video games industry had been nudged back in the right direction. But I knew that there was going to have to be a price that I would have to pay personally, because the videos that I created attracted negativity. There are people online who do not actually care about a conversation or dialogue. They don't care about listening and understanding. They only care about hatred and anger. And I am not saying that everyone is like that, because the majority of people out there do listen, they do care, but there are still a lot of people out there that don't care. They don't care about the facts. They just want to spread hatred and anger, and they want to spread their misery onto other people. And I knew that I was attracting those people to my channel with my videos. I knew that at some point I would need to take an off-ramp and no longer create these videos. And when that day came, I was going to be the target of harassment and attack. And so I kept, every time I created another speech video, every time I created another video talking negatively about something in the industry, I just kept thinking, every time I do this, what I have to pay later on is going to be more. I'm going to have to pay more for this. And that is my choice. That's my decision. So I have to put up with people spreading lies about me. I have to put up with people being angry and insulting me, because that is my choice. It is what was required of me in order to do the work that I set out to do. And what I set out to do was fight for gamers and to guide the industry away from malpractice, from discrimination, and towards honesty and integrity. I've taken the off-ramp now. I will just have to accept that there will be people that will harass and attack and insult me and spread lies about me. That's just how it is. We all know what the internet is like. But I will still continue to fight for gamers. It's not going to be on this YouTube channel. It'll be in other ways, but I'll be working in a more hands-on and direct way to make sure that gamers' voices are heard in the industry, to make sure that when there are industry malpractices, there is someone who will speak up against it. But it's not going to be here on this YouTube channel. I was originally willing to just cannibalize my brand and this channel here. I mean, the channel was just for hanging out with people and having fun and sharing my projects. And I was willing to cannibalize that in order to do what was necessary to nudge the games industry back in a better direction. But the more videos that I created, the more I heard from people who said that my channel brought them positivity, that, you know, we all go through points in our lives where things are really difficult and it feels like there's nothing good for us. It feels like everything is bad, everything is rough. It feels like there's no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. And I've lost count of the people that have told me that my videos just really gave them something positive to look forward to. And that, I really connected with that. And that is why, you know, if you look at my channel, the vast majority of my videos are just positive. They're just funny skits and gags and jokes, because that's what I want this channel to be. I want it to be something positive for people to look forward to. I want to create a space where people can hang out and have fun and feel comfortable and not have to worry about people forcing hatred and negativity onto them. This does not mean that I don't want to hear from people who disagree. That has never been my message. What has been consistent on this channel is it is okay for us to disagree. It is okay for us to believe in different things. We do not have to be enemies just because we believe in different things. We can talk about it, we can discuss it, and we can still respect each other. We can still see eye to eye. A lot of my friends dislike the games and the movies and the media that I like. There's stuff that I really love, and my friends will say that's the worst thing ever. How could you possibly like that? But we're still friends. We can joke about it. We can make fun of each other, and we can still have a laugh and be friends and enjoy talking about this stuff. It doesn't mean that people are enemies just because they believe in different things. But there are people out there on the internet who don't care. They don't care about the actual things they're talking about. They just want to validate their hatred and their misery by forcing it onto other people. And so that is what I am working towards, trying to move away from this channel. My priority now is to make this channel just a cool place, a fun place to hang out, to give people something positive. That is my priority with this channel, and I will do whatever it takes to give you guys something positive, to give you guys a cool place to hang out and have fun. If the price I have to pay means that there's going to be people on the internet that lie about me, that spread lies, that attack me, that insult me, then that's the price I have to pay. That is the off-ramp that I have chosen because it was the one that seemed to be the most efficient and would have the least negative repercussions. And so that is why over the past few weeks I have made myself the target of that kind of hatred and negativity, because it was the most viable solution. And that's just how it is. In life, you take the positives with the negatives, the good with the bad, and you focus on moving forward. There is a strategy in playing pool. I love going to bars and saloons and just playing pool and meeting strangers and turning them into friends and hanging out and playing pool. But there is a strategy with pool, and that is sometimes you make it look like you've missed a shot. You make it look like you've messed up and screwed yourself over because you leave the ball in a position that is advantageous to you and disadvantageous to your opponent. It's important to take that philosophy if you are doing industry work and apply that philosophy, because when you work in professional level at industry with people who are quite vicious and brutal, sometimes you need to take a shot that looks like you've missed, but really what you've done is left the ball in a place that is advantageous for you and disadvantageous for your opponent. I will be doing significantly more work in the games industry to make sure that gamers' voices are heard, to make sure that the industry does not veer towards discrimination and malpractice. And I'm gonna be honest, it kinda sucks, you know? That work is a bummer. I don't want to do that work, but there is some degree of responsibility because I am able to do that work. I have the experience and the skills to do that work, and there are not enough people working in the games industry to fight for what is right, to fight for gamers. So I'm going to keep doing that. I will fight for gamers, even if there's a bunch of people out there attacking me and insulting me and spreading lies. That's just how it is. That's the off-ramp that I've chosen, and that's okay. Thanks for joining me on the journey. It's been fun so far, and it's only going to get more fun. This channel will focus on adventures, fun, comedy, education, basically what it has been over the past 5 months or so. The only thing that's going to change is I will not be addressing topics the way that I did with Concord, Dragon Age, The Veil Guard, Assassin's Creed Shadows. I will not be addressing topics like that anymore. I will still be offering critique for games from an educational standpoint, and the objectives for those videos will be purely educational and informational. There will be no other objectives with those videos. With the help from a lot of people around the world, I was able to accomplish the objectives that I set out to do with the games industry. With taking a stand for gamers, I accomplished that. And I've basically reached the limit of what I can achieve with this YouTube channel, working towards those goals. So I will be taking a different approach when it comes to working in the industry. I just want to genuinely thank you for joining me, for being here. I will make sure I take good care of this channel. I'll take good care of this community for you, whatever it takes. Thanks for joining me. All right, I'll see you around. Thank you for being here. I want to apologize for making you all worry. Over the past few weeks, I have made some decisions and I have been working towards improving the channel. And I want to check in with all of you so that we can just reset, we can see eye to eye and level, and I can apologize for making you worry. I knew that my approach was going to make people upset, but I honestly underestimated the amount that people actually cared. I honestly did not believe that people actually cared that much, and so I apologize that I've made you worried, and I apologize that I upset you. My intentions were to try to get the negative part of my audience to be so angry at me that they would unsubscribe and click the button that says don't recommend videos from this channel. And the reason being is there were a lot of people bringing negativity into the comment section, and they were just ruining the experience for everyone. And this is not anyone's fault but my own. Over the past year or so, there were a number of objectives that I needed to accomplish in terms of nudging the games industry away from some malpractices and some attitudes. And I employed every possible avenue in the online space in order to achieve that. We have achieved that goal, but the price that I have to pay is that I have attracted an audience to my channel that tends to focus on hatred, anger, and negativity. And that's simply something that I have to deal with now. And so that is what I am trying to fix. If you look at any of my videos, I did not ask anyone to like or subscribe. I was merely trying to accomplish a goal. But as we went along, more people asked me to make videos for them. When I first started getting a lot of views on this channel, because look, for forever I only had a handful of people, and this was just a place for us to hang out, and I could share my games that I was working on, and I wanted to make games for people. But when the channel suddenly got a huge boost in numbers, I saw the opportunity to be able to positively influence the games industry's trajectory. That is my priority, and we have done that. We've accomplished that. I'm grateful to everyone who has helped me work towards that. But now I will be adjusting my approach, so I will be working more hands-on in a more direct method in the industry itself, and I will make sure that I can help the right people find the right roles and the right positions, and to positively influence the industry to look for people who are hardworking, passionate, and care about games. I want to focus on helping people who want to make great games for people. I want to help those people further in their career. I want to help those people get a head start and learn game development. And I want to make this channel just a cool, great place for you to hang out at. Again, when the channel got a big boost, I used my channel, I basically cannibalized my channel in order to, again, nudge the games industry away from a very, very bad trajectory. And we accomplished that. But as we went along, more and more people said that they just enjoyed the channel for positivity, that it brought them positivity during the week, and that was something that is important to me. And the reason why I became so focused on it over the past few weeks, and the reason why I pushed so hard to try to accomplish this goal, is for a number of reasons. I want to do a better job for you guys. I mentioned a very close friend of mine died a few weeks ago, and it made me feel like I have not been doing a good enough job. I understand that I have a responsibility here for all of you who enjoy this channel, which is why I've been pushing hard to make videos for all of you. People say that they want to come here and just have a laugh, to learn something, to enjoy, and I want to make sure that I'm doing the absolute best job that I can. And when my friend died a few weeks ago, it made me reflect and understand I was not doing a good job. Part of my job here is to ensure that the community is in good shape, that it's healthy, that this is a cool, positive place for people to hang out at. And I wanted to do a better job for all of you. I want to make better videos that are more helpful to people that want to learn game development, or for gamers who just want to hear stuff about games behind the scenes. I want to do more for you guys. And so I need to take responsibility. I need to accept accountability for what I did. What I did was I cannibalized my own channel in order to accomplish a professional goal, and as a consequence of that, I attracted negativity. I attracted people who just want negativity, hatred, and anger. And so I accept that. And now I need to do something about it to improve the situation so that I can do a better job for all of you. Something that has stuck with me last year, I mentioned this in my previous video, and I apologize that I've made you guys worry. But last year, when a friend died, it has constantly been on my mind, in that, what could I have done better? And I mentioned, I like talking about my friends. We all enjoy talking about our friends, but I know that I could have done a better job bringing positivity to Scotty. He was already mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but he was um, dying from cancer, and I did not do a good job bringing him positivity. I did not do, I didn't do any job bringing him a sense of calm and reassurance. And I know that I could have. I know that his life, especially the end of it, could have been better if I had been a better friend, if I had listened to him more, if I had been there for him, if I brought him just any kind of positivity. And I have been carrying that, and I suspect I shall be carrying it for the rest of my life. But I know that I want his death to help make me into a stronger person and into a better person. Not better as, ooh, I'm better than other people. Better as in more good. I want to do more good for people because I wasn't there for Scotty, but I can be there for all of you. People have been worried about me, and I really appreciate that. I'm personally in a very good mood. I've been really great lately, and the reason being is, unfortunately, there is another friend of mine who has been dealing with terminal cancer. He likely only has until the end of the year, but these are the things through life that you learn to understand and deal with in the best way possible. And I have been able to sit with him and spend time with him, and I get to tell him stories. I bring over my instruments, and he always likes to see the weird ones, especially if I make something funny or I find something cool that he's never seen before, and I'll play songs for him. So lately I've been getting to spend time with him. And a few weeks ago, I saw the fear in his eyes, and he was terrified of death, and I'd never seen it like that before, and it really impacted me. And I can't help but think, is this how Scotty felt? Is this the same look that was on Scotty's face that I was not there for? And I told my friend, I told Noel, I've been trying to get stronger my whole life, and I finally had the strength to tell someone. I hugged him. I gave him a hug, and I said, Noel, everything's going to be all right. And I gave him a smile, and I didn't show him that I was upset, and I played music for him, and I sang songs. And he was terrified, and he wasn't eating, and his family was saying he wasn't doing well. And then I came back 2 weeks later. They needed some time, and he was smiling, and he was doing better. And his family said, oh yeah, he's doing better. And I don't know if anything I said, if anything I did had any difference or not. I don't know. But what I do know is that I am there for my friend, and I can try to do something to make his life better. And so that is what my focus is. I just want to bring something to other people's lives that'll make their lives better. And that is part of my focus here on YouTube. That is why I am leaning away from the industry topics, because it attracts negativity. It negatively affects the overall objective and what I can accomplish here on YouTube. So my goal is to bring you guys something positive. I want to help make your lives better in some way. The price that I'll have to pay for that is that there will be people on the internet who are angry at me. They'll be making fun of me. They'll be saying, cool buzzwords that they all say. They only have like 3 or 4 buzzwords at a time. But those are things that do not affect me. Those things don't even register with me because it has no meaning. It has no value. It doesn't mean anything. My life is with the people that I care about. And so I just want to thank you for sticking with me. I know that many of you are feeling irritated and upset, and I knew that was going to happen. It would be a lie if I just hand waved and I said everything is fine. No, I know what I did. My intention was to upset people so that they would get mad and unsubscribe. I hope you understand the reasoning behind that, because I want to make this channel a better place for all of you. Again, I want to thank you for being here. I will do my absolute best. I want to do more to give back to you guys, and I will focus on doing more for you. So thank you for being here. Please take care of yourselves. Please be well. Please spend time with the people that you care about. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to go work on some awesome videos now. I'm going to work extra hard on these upcoming videos. I will make up for the fact that the past couple weeks sucked. Thank you for understanding. I'll see you.